Have you ever bought something you did not truly need, only because you wanted people to see you differently? A better phone, a designer shirt, a luxury watch, a car that stretched your budget. For a few days, you felt successful. Then, life returned to normal, but your bank account stayed smaller. That cycle keeps millions of people from building wealth, not because they earn too little, but because they spend too much trying to look successful before they become successful. I learned this lesson the hard way. For years, I believed expensive brands made people look powerful. I thought visible success attracted respect. I thought the right logo could open doors before I even spoke. Then I started paying attention to people who had real money. Not influencers, not celebrities. People who quietly built businesses, invested for decades, owned property, and slept peacefully at night. Something surprised me. Most of them dressed simply. No giant logos, no flashy accessories, nothing screaming for attention. At first, I thought they simply preferred a minimalist style. Later, I realized something much deeper. Real wealth protects itself. Fake wealth advertises itself. That changed how I looked at every purchase. Years ago, I met an elderly businessman named Samuel. He wasn't famous. He owned several warehouses, rental properties, and investments that generated income every month. If you passed him on the street, you would never guess. His shoes were polished but plain. His shirt fit perfectly. His watch looked ordinary. During lunch, I asked him something I had wanted to know. "Why don't you wear luxury brands?" He smiled. Then he asked me a question instead. "If everyone knows you have money, who benefits?" I didn't answer. He continued. "The people selling to you benefit. The people asking you for money benefit. The people judging you benefit. But you don't." That sentence stayed with me. Many ancient civilizations understood this long before modern marketing existed. Merchants who survived for generations knew something simple. The less attention your money attracts, the longer it usually stays with you. Today, we live in the opposite culture. We're encouraged to announce every purchase, every vacation, every new car, every expensive dinner. Social media rewards appearance. The market rewards spending, but your future rewards saving and investing. Those are very different games. Here's something I want you to try. The next time you're about to buy an expensive branded item, stop for 1 minute. Open the Notes app on your phone. Write one question. Who am I buying this for? Be brutally honest. If the answer includes your coworkers, your friends, your neighbors, or strangers online, close the shopping app. Walk away for 24 hours. You might still buy it tomorrow, or you might realize you never wanted it in the first place. That single habit has saved people thousands of dollars. I also noticed something else about wealthy people. They buy quality, not attention. There is a huge difference. A quality jacket lasts years. A flashy jacket chases compliments. One builds value. The other borrows approval. I remember another conversation with a retired engineer named Winkler. When his daughter received her first professional job, she wanted a luxury handbag for work. He didn't tell her no. Instead, he handed her 2 bags. One carried a famous logo. The other had none. Both were made from premium leather. Both were beautifully stitched. Both would last years. He asked her one question. If nobody knew the brand, which one would you still choose? She picked the plain one. He smiled. That's the beginning of financial maturity. That lesson wasn't about handbags. It was about independence. When your decisions stop depending on other people's opinions, your financial life begins to change. Here's another exercise. Spend 15 minutes this week looking through your wardrobe. Find 10 items. Write down how much each one cost. Then estimate how many times you've worn each one. Now divide the price by the number of times you used it. This is called cost per use. Most people are shocked by the results. The expensive logo they loved often becomes the most costly item they own. The simple shirt they wear every week becomes one of their smartest purchases. Wealthy people rarely ask, "How much does this cost?" Instead, they ask, "How much value will this create over time?" That question changes everything. The same thinking applies outside clothing. Before buying anything expensive, ask yourself 3 questions. Will this make my life better? Will I still value it 5 years from now? Or am I hoping someone else notices it? Those questions eliminate many unnecessary purchases. I also discovered another habit among financially successful people. They don't compete with strangers. They compete with yesterday's version of themselves. One neighbor upgrades a car. Another buys a bigger television. Someone else posts photos from an expensive vacation. Many people immediately feel behind. But behind whom? Their financial goals or someone else's highlight reel? Comparison quietly steals wealth. Contentment quietly builds it. One businessman told me something I will never forget. The richest month of my life wasn't when I earned the most, it was when I wanted the least. Think about that. Sometimes increasing income matters. Sometimes reducing unnecessary desire matters even more. Another mistake many people make is confusing appearance with assets. A luxury car loses value. An investment grows. Designer clothing fades. Skills increase income. Expensive jewelry sits in a box. A business creates opportunity. Real wealth often hides behind boring decisions. Automatic investing, emergency savings, living below your means, learning new skills, paying off debt. None of these impress strangers. All of them impress your future. There is another reason quiet wealth works. People begin trusting you for your judgment instead of your appearance. The most respected people I've met never tried to look rich. They focused on becoming valuable. Their words carried weight. Their promises meant something. Their reputation became their greatest asset. Money followed. Not because they chased attention, because they created value. So here's my challenge for you. Over the next 30 days, make one quiet financial decision. Skip one purchase that exists only to impress others. Take that same money and do one of these instead. Increase your savings. Invest it. Pay down debt. Buy a book that improves your knowledge. Learn a skill that increases your income. Don't announce it. Don't post about it. Don't tell anyone. Let your bank account notice before your friends do. That's how wealth begins. Quietly. One decision at a time. One sacrifice at a time. One investment at a time. Years later, people will look at your success and call you lucky. They won't see the hundreds of silent decisions that built it. They won't remember the branded items you never bought. They will only see the freedom you created. Before you leave, I want you to think about one question. 5 years from today, would you rather own people's admiration for a moment or own the financial freedom that lasts for decades? The answer to that question will shape every purchase you make from this day forward. Build wealth. Protect it. Let your success speak long after your purchases stop talking.